Are you arresting me?
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you are going in handcuffs.
Did you not?
Mr. Doe, what is your physical address, sir?
I'm not giving you my physical address either, sir. This isn't Nazi Germany.
Yes.
This is America.
Have
Building.
you asked people in there if you can record them?
If I go to Disney and take pictures, do I have to ask every single person I'm taking a picture of?
So you are being placed under arrest.
Oh, really?
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be covering an injustice from Polk County, Florida, home of Sheriff Grady Judd, who loves spewing pro-police propaganda on social media but hates accountability and transparency. First Amendment Auditor Liberty Troll was unlawfully arrested for peacefully exercising his rights. What's worse is he was convicted in a court of law. I keep saying it, but I will say it again. Florida is a police state. If you'd like to support the appeal for this injustice, I've left a link where you can do so in the description below. Stay tuned to the end for sentencing. Let's get into it.
Sir?
Mm-hmm.
K161? That's your ticket number?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, so are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay if you already told them in the front?
No.
No?
No, I just walked in.
So they're doing tapping there, so you cannot go that way.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So you're not allowed to record back here because of the confidential information that's recorded. You're allowed to record out there all you want, but unfortunately you're not going to be allowed to record back here.
Hi, what's your name again?
My name is Gail Stason. I'm the manager.
Okay, oh, nice to meet you. I'm Zach.
to meet you.
Yeah, I'm just filming all I'm able to see from public. That's all.
Okay. All right, but because there's confidential information shared back here, you're not allowed to record back here.
Yeah. How you doing, sir?
Well, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you? Can I get your name and badge number?
Montalbano 6038.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
going to
it.
ask you to interact with me, not him, okay? But we do need you to step back into the lobby so you can record out there.
Well, I can record anywhere that's public, right?
No, sir,
Officer?
not back here.
Well, this
This is
area
confidential.
really isn't public. This is testing.
Well, I'm not
Let's
back
step,
in
let's
testing.
step up out here, please, sir.
I will. I
Okay,
will in a
let's
minute.
do that right now. No, sir, not in a minute.
You
We'll
were
do it now.
doing so good.
Yes, sir.
Gail,
But
right?
We need to have our but we
Okay.
need to have our conversation out there, not back here. So I'm going to ask you to go out to the lobby and we'll talk out there.
Well, I'm gonna finish getting my pictures and stuff, and then I'll head
No,
out
sir,
there.
that's
I just
how it
walked
works,
in.
not back here.
So you don't have any signage
So,
that says restricted area?
no, I don't. But there's confidential information that's back here. So
Every public building has
I
confidential
understand.
information.
But we have people back here testing right now. So
I'm
we
not-
take
I'm
this
not filming them.
confirmation. We're
I'm not filming
talking,
them.
which can be distracting to them when they're trying to.
The only reason why I'm still here is because you came out and talked to me, which I'm okay with. You
Well,
can talk
this-
to me. That's fine.
Well, we're going to talk out here, so we're not distracting them.
Well,
And you're not allowed to record
respectfully,
back here.
I'm not going to follow your
Okay,
directives.
please escort him out.
Okay.
Okay, let's go, sir.
Are you escorting me out, sir?
I'm escorting you. Would you like him trespass from the property?
I will follow up with you on that in just a moment.
Okay. Let's
Because
go.
I'm not breaking the law or anything. So
Let's go, sir.
don't touch me, sir. Sir, don't touch me.
Let's go, sir.
Why are you touching me?
Because
Is that a lawful order?
It is a lawful order.
What happens if I don't leave? What happens if I don't leave? Are you arresting me?
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you are going in handcuffs.
Did you not? Are you arresting me?
Until we decide what's going to happen, yes, you are going in handcuffs.
Hey, don't turn that. Do not turn off my camera.
Is this your bag?
Come on. Hey, you missed my phone. Do not stop recording that.
A187 at Station 3.
You know you're violating my rights right now, civil rights.
You were asked to step up here multiple times.
I'm a law-abiding citizen, sir. I don't have to leave because she doesn't like what I'm doing. Yeah, well, if they asked me not to come in there because I have black skin, would you enforce that policy?
You are in a security, not a security area.
Well, what's it labeled?
But an area that there's information that doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not recording this information, sir, but it's not against the law to capture that. It's what you do with it criminally is against the law. You know, I just want to let you know here.
The law just as quick as they go on.
Okay.
Once we determine what's going to happen, we'll go from there.
Yeah. I don't consent to unlawful seizures.
You're about to go in the back seat of my truck, so
So I'm under arrest?
you're being accepted.
Okay. What law you suspect me of committing? I know you said she asked me to leave, but what law am I suspecting of committing?
At this point,
Violating, excuse me.
possibly trespass until we determine what's going to happen.
But it's trespass after warning, though.
Yeah. You were asked to step out multiple times, sir.
Deputy Sheriff is about to turn off my body camera once again, which is against the law. So shortly after the Deputy Sheriff unlawfully does this, he brought Gail, the service manager there at the tax collector's office, who you saw inside, who did not want me recording in that publicly accessible area, to the police vehicle where I was handcuffed, as you see me there, and had her read me a trespass warning, which I'm pretty sure was solicited. Gail proceeded to ask me if I would willingly leave the public property. I responded in front of Deputy Montalbano that I would leave under threat of arrest, and only under threat of arrest. Otherwise, I wanted to continue taking photographs if they were just requesting that I leave. Eventually, I was released from the police vehicle in torture cuffs to begin recording again, while Deputy Montalbano unlawfully demanded for my private information to issue the trespass warning, as you're about to see. I'm having to explain this, unfortunately, because Grady Judd's gang do not utilize body cameras. Go figure. All right, so you can just put John Doe on the trespass.
Need your correct information for the trespass.
You can just put my description down. Legally speaking, in the state of Florida, you just put my physical description down. John Doe is a name. If you need to put a name down, but I'm not giving you my name willingly. You don't need my private information to do a trespass.
Well, Mr. Doe, what is your physical address, sir?
I'm not giving you my physical address either, sir.
Okay.
Just put my physical description, and that's all you need.
Tight right there, sir.
And what's your sergeant's name?
So this gentleman was in the back near our testing area. Report. He was not in the testing room, but he was right next to the supervisor here asked not reporting, asked not left in the front. He asked him multiple times to get something. At that point, I was handcuffed on my truck, all the devices, our security. She has now asked to trespass. Information to do so. Name, date of birth.
Hi. How are you?
I'm Sergeant Wood with the Polk County Sheriff's Office. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
And you're
Sergeant
free to
Wood.
record me anytime you
Yeah,
want.
are you guys not recording with the Polk County Department?
No, sir, we didn't.
Oh man, y'all should get those.
That's
Transparency and
something you gotta talk to our
accountability.
sheriff about, okay?
Maybe I will. All right.
I'm just doing my job.
Okay.
So, what is the situation here today?
I was just in there taking pictures and video, gathering content for a story. Before I had a chance to even answer any questions from anybody, the woman in there, Gail, I guess she's the manager of some sort, and she asked me to not go back into the testing area, which I wasn't. I was recording from a public space. You can film all you can see, similar to plain view doctrine that you guys have. You can flash your flashlights, people's cars and whatnot. And then he came out a little hot. I introduced myself. He introduced himself. You know, he identified himself, which was good. But he immediately grabbed my arm, and because she kept asking that I leave, and I politely said, I'm not going to leave willingly, or I'm not going to follow your directives just because you want me to go out to the lobby. When I finish, I'll go out to the lobby. I'm still gathering my content. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not disrupting anybody's business.
You've been asked to
Yeah, but
remove yourself
it's a
from.
public building. If it was a private building and it was like a manager of like a bank or something, say you can't go back in the area, I'm asking you to leave, I would absolutely 100% have to leave at
But
that
you do
point.
understand she has the right of the manager of the establishment and business to have you removed from the property.
Not a law-abiding citizen.
Yes, she
If
can.
I'm disrupting business, which I was, I'm not keeping anyone from doing their job.
You're recording in the business that where they're testing and where this is basically personal information, it's tests to do driver's license, things like that.
Every public
Have
building.
You ask people in there if you can record them?
If I go to Disney and take pictures, do I have to ask every single person
Well,
I'm
this is
taking a
the thing.
picture
They
of?
are in a place where they are getting their driver's license, they're doing tax documents, they're doing all this stuff.
Okay.
So this is a different establishment than you would at Disney.
So with what I was doing in there, is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
This is the thing. They have asked you to be trespassed from the property.
But what if they were asking to trespass me for having dark skin? You wouldn't enforce that, would you?
Let's do this.
It's unconstitutional.
Be logical.
Let's be constitutional and
Let's
logical.
be logical in reference to this situation.
I'm
they
logical.
have asked you to be removed from the establishment, which that is their right.
I'm not breaking any law. It's not a right.
They've asked to be trespassed. They've asked you not to record in there where people are taking the test, where they're doing their documents, things like that. You can understand this is not a Disney World, Busch Gardens, somewhere like that where you're going to...
I use that example to just say you don't go around asking people if you can get their picture.
Well, my example,
and that's a private.
logical.
And so in public, so no, it is logical. I was making the point that at Disney World, if you take a selfie and you got 4,000 people behind you, you're not going to go around and ask everybody if you have their permission to be in your picture. This is public though. In public, you don't have to do that.
Hang on 1 second. You have been asked to remove yourself from the property.
Well, I'm off now.
No, you're not. You're not off the property.
Well, I'm not filming where they
now asked for you to be trespassed.
Okay.
So at this point, you're no longer legally allowed to be at this property.
All right. So am I officially trespassed?
You are officially
Okay.
trespassed.
Am I going to get like a form or something like that so I can put you all as a defendant?
Provide your information. We will give you all of our information.
Oh, I'm not giving out my private information because that's.
Well, this is the thing. Give us your name,
needed.
your date of birth. We'll pull it up. We're not out here publicizing.
Okay. Well, then
it.
I don't need it then. So, your name again, Sergeant Wood, and what's your badge number?
7250.
Okay. And what was yours again, sir?
But this is the
Montalbano,
thing.
6038.
You're not free to leave because we're in an investigation where you're being trespassed from this property. So we need your information. If you want to do it privately.
Well, it's unlawful detainment because I wasn't breaking the law. If she wants me off the property, you guys are going to try to enforce it unconstitutional.
You're in an investigation. You are refusing to provide your information. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you're doing. Things like that.
You don't know what this lady's doing with the
But
pink
I
hat
guarantee
on.
you, if I go up to her and ask her if she could provide her information, you can freely tell me it.
You can guarantee that?
Yeah.
That's
I'm sure she has no problem because she's not here to do anything malicious or anything like that.
So because I'm exercising my Fourth Amendment, I'm malicious or nefarious?
No, you can exercise your right all you want. But
Well,
you
obviously
are
not
being-
because
yes, you can.
logically
But
you're
this is
violating
the
my
thing.
rights.
No, I'm not.
Your name's going to be on a civil lawsuit, and you're
that's
going to lose it.
fine.
And you lose your qualified immunity as well as
That's
him.
fine. The thing of it
It's not my
is
first
that
rodeo.
You are being trespassed from the property. The thing of it is,
Okay, well, then I'll leave.
What is your name and
I'm
what is
not.
your information?
I'm not giving my name unless I have to by law.
You do by law because we are conducting an investigation.
Okay, I don't have to help you with your investigation. I don't work for the police department.
Well, we can detain you until you're willing to do that.
It's
or we can
unlawful
put you
detainment.
in-
You
No,
can only
it's not.
detain me for what, 10 minutes?
You have been trespassed from this property. Your cooperation.
Okay, well, then I
is
gotta
gonna
leave
let
then.
You go sooner.
It's you can only be arrested if after
And the
warning
only thing
you don't
is
leave.
the reason that you're acting like this is because you probably are one of the people that want to act out with law enforcement, which that's fine.
No, I
That
respect
is
law enforcement.
fine.
I support law enforcement. I'm a conservative.
And
I
this
voted
is
for
the
Trump
thing.
twice.
If you-
Listen. I want you to do your job. I'm not asking you to treat me any differently than the average citizen. I want to see our police and I want to see our public servants upheld our rights. You swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not? Both of
We
you.
are upholding the right.
So you're violating my rights. Yes, you are. First Amendment, freedom of press.
Where you are not identifying yourself.
I don't have to identify
Yes, you
myself.
do.
This isn't Nazi Germany.
Yes.
This is
Hold on
America.
1 second.
Learn the Constitution. Uphold your oath. I think afterwards, when you find out what I'm doing, I think you might support what I'm doing.
Send me the money now. I won't do that. You know that. I'm not gonna
So are you a big believer in the Constitution? You try your best to uphold those rights afforded to the people?
I do, sir.
Okay. Well, hopefully after today, you'll learn when it comes to freedom of press rights, you treat those no different than like, say, freedom of speech or, Second Amendment and so on and so forth. We have 5 freedoms afforded to us, we the people, under the First Amendment. You got to respect all 5 of them. Have you ever had this kind of situation before inside of the tax collector's office? Someone taking pictures and video?
No, sir, I have not. But I have had instances where somebody in authority at that facility has asked somebody to leave, and if they're not leaving willingly.
Well, if they're breaking the law or if they're disrupting business and keeping them from doing their jobs, that's one thing. But if somebody's not breaking the law and they're peacefully just taking pictures and video, gathering content for a story as citizen press, they can't ask them to, they can ask, but they can't enforce it. You guys are the only ones that can enforce it. But if you're enforcing something that's unlawful, it comes down on you in court. You can lose your qualified immunity that way. Just, you know, I'm all about education. That's why I'm one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm glad you got your supervisor that takes it off of you. But if you think about it, there's cameras all around the building. And any member of the public can FOIA request that footage, and they can use that footage without question they can put it on social media, they can whatever. So it's not illegal what you capture on video. What is illegal is if you criminally like sell that information or do something unlawful with that information. But just to capture it, that's not against the law. How long have you been in law enforcement?
About 18 years.
Oh, wow. Are you a deputy or sheriff? Sheriff, right? Deputy sheriff?
Deputy sheriff.
Oh. And that's the sergeant?
It is the on-duty patrol sergeant, yes.
All right. Who's your all's captain?
Davis.
Davis? Mind if I come around the back of the car and just get some video of it real quick?
Take video of the car.
All right. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to go around the car. So when someone's trespassed from a building, they can be arrested lawfully if they don't leave at that point. But once they've been warned and the police officer threatens the citizen with arrest and the citizen then leaves, then you guys don't need, legally, you don't have to get their private information.
Well, but see, you're being trespassed from the property, which means you're not allowed back on the property.
Correct.
And we have to be able to positively identify that person,
Physical,
not just by what they're wearing.
Physical description, you can put, I mean, because I don't have to get up, because it's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely correct. It's not breaking the law unless you violate the trespass. However, you could have a twin brother. Your twin brother is not trespassed from the property, but you are.
I
get
it.
If I have his physical description, then I don't know if it's you or your twin brother, and I could unlawfully arrest
I
him
get
for
it. I get
trespass.
it. But the way it works in the United States by law is that you have to be breaking the law in order to get that information. You can't enforce that information from someone. You can ask, but you can't enforce it unless they've actually broken the law. That's the beauty of the United States, is that you don't have to give up that information unless you've done something to break the law. But when I get trespassed from buildings, I don't go back until I get it quashed or I fight it in court. So there's really not that much to investigate. I simply walked in, exercising peacefully my freedom of press rights under the First Amendment. A lady who works here said, who I pay with my tax dollars, asked me to leave, and I politely said, well, I'm not going to leave into the lobby until I finish getting my pictures and video. And then you saw how quickly that escalated from there. It's not like, there's not much to investigate beyond that. Where's your all's police department located?
The Northeast District is just up the road on Dunson Road, 1100 Dunson Road. The main office is 1891 Jim Keene.
Okay.
Which is in Winter Haven.
Is Davis at the...
He's at Northeast.
Northeast? That's the first location?
Yes, sir.
Yep, okay.
1100 Dunson Road.
All right. Y'all really should get the body cameras, though.
Well, again, that's something that you'd have to discuss with the sheriff. We don't run body cameras, nor do we run an in-car camera.
Man, y'all should, though. That's for your own protection and also, for the citizens. Transparency and accountability, man. It's the only people I could see not liking that would probably be, I'm not saying you are, but like a crooked cop or something probably wouldn't want that. But as long as everyone's doing their job appropriately, it just protects you and protects the people you're serving, But I'll talk to you know, whoever I would need to speak with about it. This is the first county that I've encountered personally that doesn't have the body cams. It's pretty standard anywhere else you go.
Right now, we're still in the midst of an investigation. So until that investigation is complete, you're not free to leave.
I know, but it's state of Florida. You have 10 or 20 minutes, one of the two. Like if you don't finish your investigation, you can detain somebody only for 10 or 20 minutes, one of the two. I can't remember which one it is. Do you know which one it is?
No.
Because you know you can't detain somebody all day, obviously. So there's a stipulation on how long, what the time frame is on that. So
I believe it says a reasonable amount of time. And right now, since the investigation is still ongoing.
So you guys know I'm all for law and order. You know, I told you all before, I voted for Trump twice. Probably going to vote for him a third time. So I respect law enforcement, especially when they do their jobs right. You know, I want to make sure in this case you guys are upholding your oath. That's key here, because that's the number one thing you guys have to prioritize over anything else, is making sure that our rights are being upheld. And I get the whole private information thing, but you go into any private or any public building, it's the same story. They all have there's private information being, you know, but the onus is not on a member of the public, and that's not my responsibility to protect that information. It's on them to protect that information, but they have to do so without eroding or stepping on our rights. And the reason they don't need cell phones back in the testing areas is because they don't want them cheating on the test. But if I'm recording them taking their test, that's not, you know, logically that's not doing anything nefarious, or it's certainly not breaking the law. I'm guessing the sergeant is on the phone with her boss, right? Lieutenant, or
Can't answer who she's speaking with.
see, that's what I don't like. See that blue line flag on the truck behind you? I see that as a desecration of the American flag. I love this country and I hate that our rights are being eroded, but that blue line signifies like the, you know, doing, you know, justice for the brothers in blue instead of blind justice, which should be blind, you know? And what I'm here, part of the reason why I'm here is because, you know, I want blind justice. I want the people to be able to exercise their rights freely in America, where we're the only country in the world that has a First Amendment. But if you don't exercise them, they're like muscles. They tend to fade away if you don't exercise them. Otherwise, they're just words on paper.
Now, what do you think of the same flag with a red line or with the yellow line?
I think it's a desecration of the American flag. I think you should just leave the American flag alone. I think what it symbolizes already is, I mean, can't be more perfect, you know? It's just a gang symbol. It has that mentality of, you know, I'm here to defend my brothers in blue, or I'm here to enforce feelings or policy. You guys are law enforcement. You guys should enforce the law. And again, justice is blind. That's why I'm a big supporter of, you know, this country and how it's designed to operate. I hope she's quick, because I gotta go to work here pretty soon. In a perfect world, what should have happened in there is, if I was a police officer knowing what I know now, what should have happened was Gail should have been talked to respectfully and say, hey, this gentleman's not breaking the law. I understand the whole private information thing, however you want to say it, but you know, she can't kick somebody off a property. You guys can't, she can't have you enforce taking a law-abiding citizen off of public property for being engaged in constitutionally protected activity. I've seen it before where officers, they already have been through this rodeo before, and they just pull them aside and explain to them like, hey, This guy's not breaking the law. I understand it could be uncomfortable, but, you know, this country's designed to be so you don't give up freedoms for security. It's just part of it.
Hey, go ahead. Did you get the message?
Go ahead. Negative.
Take the team.
All right. So you are being placed under arrest.
Oh, really? All right, just don't turn that on. All right.
Here, if you'll hold that. He's been...
What's the, what law have I broken? I think you're supposed to have any knives or anything on you. No, I don't have any knives. And don't turn off the video either. I told you to turn off like that. I was unlawfully arrested and charged for 3 misdemeanors, namely trespass, failed to leave upon proper owner order to do so, 2, resisting arrest without violence, 3, false ID given to law enforcement officer. All 3 are absolutely bogus, as you can see. I was never released from unlawful detainment to have the opportunity to leave. I never resisted, and I never gave a false ID to law enforcement. What happened next was I was handcuffed and placed in the police vehicle again while they ran the tags of every vehicle in the parking lot. When the sergeant couldn't find my car, she asked me where it was, to which I responded that she doesn't need to know. She eventually found my car at a local business and had my car towed in retaliation. I spent 48 hours in jail, and I'm seeking a civil lawsuit.
All right, fellow patriots, I've left a link to the original video in the description below, as well as a link to support the appeal for this injustice. Liberty Troll was sentenced to 12 months probation and 20 days community service at the jail. Is this the America we the people want to live in, where the people cannot peacefully exercise our right to hold our government accountable and promote transparency without fear of arrest and conviction? The only victim in this case was Liberty Troll. He was a victim of tyranny and corruption in Polk County, Florida. Tyranny that is being perpetrated by Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. We need to come together and highlight these injustices to prevent them from happening again and hold those responsible accountable. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to each and every one of you. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.